ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Welcome to Potsquatch Growers. It is now the wonderful Wednesday show, the show that's going to be going forward. We're going to be doing all shows on Wednesdays. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Our guest is currently not in studio right now. I'm waiting for him to kind of come on the line. So basically, we're just going to talk right now, all of us here for fun. Here we go. Let's interview the plants. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. We got the crop cam there set up. Funnily enough, I'm learning how all this works, all this weird Streamlabs kind of thing. Or not Streamlabs, StreamYard. We're using StreamYard, ladies and gentlemen. But at the end of the day, we're going to be having a very special guest here on the show today. We're going to be having the one, the only, the Texas Squatch. That's right. Texas Squatch is going to be joining us on the show today. And it should be a good show. We'll see when he actually shows up. I know that he might be a little bit late, he was saying, because he's going to actually be fishing while he is on the show. But anyway, at the end of the day, we've got the your guest needs time to get drunk first, eh? No, actually, that one stuff, he showed up drunk. So we had Ronnie on the show last time, and he showed up wasted. He did not get drunk here. It was not me getting him drunk. He got drunk on his own. Oh, shit, baby. It's Return of the Mac, my boy. Dude, Mac, good to see you, buddy. Welcome to the show. Oh, my goodness, everybody. I haven't seen Return of the Mac in the show for a while now. It is good to see you, buddy. You have been truly missed. Good to see you, buddy. I wonder if there's a way for me to switch this to live chat rather than top chat. Haven't figured that one out yet. But anyway, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we're figuring things out. Here at Potsquatch Growers, things are going really well. As you can tell, the plants are slowly fading out. This Saturday will be 8 weeks of flower. 8 weeks of flower, baby. That's right. What's up, Birds Grow? Good to see you. 8 weeks of flower on the right here. Wait, how do I do this? So if I go like this. So here are the plants, everybody. Look at them. Oh, yes, the crop camera's in there. Right now, the Miracle Alien cookies are looking like they're going to go to 9 weeks. So we're going to be running those Miracle Alien cookies by 8 Ball Kush to 9 weeks. We're going to get some new beans going really soon, and we're going to be running one of the genetics that's going to be available on our store for all of you. We're going to be running the Galactic Citrus Shiva, everybody. And that is going to be the next thing that we are rocking and rolling. We will see when Mike actually shows up to the show. I know that he's going to be attempting to fish while he's on the show. What's up, little Chewy Stewie? What's up, baby? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome to the show. As you can tell, little Chewy Stewie, we're a little fancier now. We got the StreamYards rocking and all that jazz. And we're slowly learning how technology works for these things. You know what? Here, I got something fun. Everybody, here, first we'll do what we say. Let's go back to the beginning. We'll say hi to everybody there. All right, so what's up, Patrick? You were in here at 1:46 p.m. before the show. Good to see you, buddy. What's up, Soul Price? What's up, Sean Imfield? What's up, Miguel Rodriguez? All right, what's up, Growers Plus? All right, what's up, Jansen Dennis? Good to see you. All right, Return to the Mac is here. That one stuff. What's up, baby? What's up, Birds Grow? What's up, Chris Barton? What's up, Miss K? Kenneth R. Knox, baby. What's crack-a-lacking? All right, Dano. Good to see you. What's up, Daleski OG? What's crack-a-lacking? Good to see you as well. THC Bomb. Good to see you. Oh, and there's Patrick. Patrick's back in the show. All right, welcome back. What's up, Marky? So anyway, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be launching the genetics very, very soon. The good thing is I got this job. It's been going well. The new job is going really, really well, actually. And puppies, leave the cat alone. Hey! Leave the cat alone. This is what happens when you live with a bunch of animals. You're trying to do a show. But at the end of the day, things have been going really well at the new job. We're going to be having the labels coming in. Shut the fuck up. Go lie down. Be good, puppies. Oh, my God. But we're also going to be launching not only our own genetics brand, we're going to be launching Death Trap Genetics. That's right. Our boy, Texas Squatch, is going to be coming on the show whenever he shows up. If anyone who's watching right now has Mikey on Facebook, please message Mikey and say, where the fuck are you? Come on, Mikey, show up. But we're going to be launching his genetics brand as well. He has sent us an auto-flowering genetic. I believe it's an F2. I believe it was the Schnolzberries, if I'm remembering correctly. But once Mikey's on the show, we'll be able to tell you all about the genetics that Mikey is going to be releasing as well on our store. We've got Higher Than Life Genetics. I'm also thinking are going to be launching on our store. We got to talk to them, but you know, I think they want to get that sold as well. You know, so a lot of you are like, so Uncle Potsquatch, you know, when are you going to do an auto-flowering genetic? And I was like, well, I'm not going to do an auto-flowering genetic, but I've got one for you. We've got Death Trap Genetics in their auto flowers that they've developed, so we're going to have those on the store for everybody. It's going to be a good time. Let's see here now. The funny thing is, man, it's like I got to put my glass on. So I hate the fact that the glass isn't reflecting the screen, but I guess we got to live with that. All right. So, Lil Stewie, what'd you say? Oh, shit, you got Betty and Mogwai with you? Hell yeah. Lil Stewie, man, I'm winning, man. I got all the dogs. I have sole custody. I'm getting all my money back. I'm getting all my cars back. I'm getting the $7,000 bed. I'm getting the couch. I'm getting everything. I think I'm the first male in history to get everything he wants in the separation. You know, they're with the right parent. Let's be honest. The real adult in that relationship was me. So I've got all the dogs. I got everything, man. That's right. We got the crop cam going on. It's not as fancy as that one time we had a crop cam where we could control it. But right now, and it's kind of funny. Watch, I can do this. Go like this. Boop. Just me. And then we go, boop, crop cam. All right. Sorry, I'm just having fun. You know, I'm playing around with it. You know, we learn the technology. We're getting it going good. Need a doggo cam. That's right. Well, eventually, when I can afford to sign up for the pro version of this software, it's like $500 US a year. It's very expensive, but we'll be able to have multiple cameras wired in through the studio, so I can kind of do it this way. The way I did the crop cam today is I just put it on the cell phone and then logged the cell phone on as the crop cam, and we just kind of did it that way, right? So, but anyway, man, what's up, Bill Gore? Good to see you. All right, so anyway, everybody, while we're waiting for Mikey, okay, I got a little thing loaded up here. Check this out, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a short film. The video quality of this copy of it isn't very great. It's only 3.5 minutes, but I'm gonna put it on. It's a little short film that I shot back in the hood day. You know what I'm saying? This one's called Heartbreak Herb. I starred in that, and I played Herb Marco. There's two different characters. I won't ruin the storyline for you, but you know, while we're waiting, what's up, Roman Reckless? Good to see you, baby. Yeah, so anyway, and for those of you who are wondering, yes, Little Chewy Stewie is a boy, Little Stu. Me and Little Stewie, we've made peace. He's back in the group, back in the army. We're all making love, not war. It's good times. But anyway, everybody, Gazzers will be here eventually. What's up, Visible Farms? Good to see you. Gazzers is, I don't know, it's hard to say what's going on in New Zealand right now for the Gaz. I'm sure he'll show up eventually. But anyway, everybody, enjoy. This is Heartbreak Herb. I apologize now for the shitty video quality. Turn your eyes on this.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you the logo for Brown Marco Toys.
That's the logo for Milton Bradley. The B and the M are switched.
No, it isn't, Herb. Milton Bradley's a baseball player.
There were two. One was a game designer born in Vienna, 18...
No, he wasn't, Herb. My buddy Herb, he's a loser dog. He can't get over a woman. He believes that he's got nothing to live for. And he's right. He just needs a little self-confidence, that's all.
The dangers of psychic manipulation are thus adherent to the nature of the man himself.
Herb, can you hear my voice?
What lies locked deep within Herb Marco?
Are you ready to hold the key?
Yes.
And indeed, should it stay there?
Yeah, look, I'm really pressed for time. Can you just do it?
I'm changing as a man, Duncan. Before, I was like a cockroach. When the light shone on my back, I would scurry to the cracks in the floorboards.
And that's where you wished I had remained.
Isn't it, Duncan?
You're goddamn right you changed, Herb. You're a rat finger, Benedict Arnold. You're lower than dirt. You're a fake Newton. You turned on your best friend.
You were friends with the old Herb. You are no friend of mine. You are merely competition.
I was your only friend when you're miserable, lonely, and depressed. Now you're taking everything from me.
Herb?
You think you're a real man, Herb? You're not.
That's right. I'm not a real man, despite my success with women.
Tell me, Herb, can you do with a woman's body what you can do with your saxophone?
and that I have achieved complete toy market domination. Tell me, Duncan, is it your struggle against the current of life, the growing divide between you and Claudia? Is it public shame and exile? Is that what makes a man?
If it is we who have unleashed Herb's trail of carnage, then it is we who must set things right.
I just want my life back.
Then take it from me. Slit my throat, Duncan, and take it from me.
Herb, you're a monster. Why would I get a padded uniform? Herb's terrible with women, Claudia. Before I met you, I took Herb on a double date with a couple of chicks, some real nice chicks, like real fucking nice chicks. And he threw up on the table halfway through dinner.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I had to take both chicks home and nail them myself. It was a cold, lonely, miserable night. For Herb, not for me. It was one of the greatest nights of my life.
And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Thank you for checking that out. I thought it would be fun to share with everyone. I also was just kind of playing around with finding out that I can load videos into this and I can play videos during the show. Look at me learning shit, right? But you know, at the end of the day, it was a fun little movie. I'd love to make that feature if it ever happened. I think the director and writer was Matt Seeley. I've lost contact with him. I don't think he actually makes movies anymore. I think he's gotten out of the jam. So maybe at the end of the day, we'll be able to get the rights to make Heartbreak Hub, and we will make it happen. Oh, yes. But anyway, everybody, I'm still waiting for Mikey to show up. Can someone please message Mike? Return to the Mac, you're here. Please message Mike. Where the hell is he? He's late for the show. I know he was going to be maybe a smidgen late. But this is a lot late, Mike. Come on, Mike. This is a show where we're talking about you. We're talking about your genetics. We're talking about your stuff. Come on, Mikey. Get in on the show. At least right now we got the crop cam. Hey, there's Gazzers. Gazzers, message Mike, please, and tell him to get his ass in the damn show. You missed watching Heartbreak Herb, man, but it was dang. What was I 20 in that? No, that was only I was 28 in that, so that would have been 6 years ago. I had hair. Funnily enough, minus being bald, if I shave I still look like that. I haven't really changed. I aged very quickly early on, but then I froze in time. All right, let's read some of these things. Took my son to see that 65 million years ago movie. Was really good. I don't know what that movie is, haven't heard about it, but yeah. VPD grows some bush. That's right. We're waiting for Mikey. Where the hell is Mikey? What's up, buddy? All right. Ben Rugi in the house. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. 1 second here, everybody. And boom, Mikey.
Keep your panties on, boy. I told you I was trying to get my bait in order so I could get fishing going.
Yeah, man. No, we were just getting impatient. It was funny because like before you got into the show, I was like, oh, well, we'll play Heartbreak Herb for them to kill time. And then here we are. So everybody, introducing the one, the only, the infamous Texas Squatch. Texas Squatch himself, the biggest, sexiest redneck in the Potsquatch Growers Army. How you doing today, Mikey?
Can't complain. I'm fishing.
All right. What are we going for today, Mikey?
Whatever the fuck bites.
Oh. So, Mikey, let's before we get into anything, let's talk about Death Trap Genetics here. Let's talk about the genetic brand that's going to be debuting next to ours on our store, aka your genetics there. I believe it was an F2 Schnozberry auto flowering that we are in possession of that we're going to be launching for you. Is that correct?
Yep, that is exactly correct. You're in possession of over 1,000 of them.
No, yeah, we got a bunch of them ready for the masses and for those who want to grow autoflowers. And yes, this is most certainly Ben Rugi, one of my beer or man Moses, as I like to call them. I pour a can of PBR and then I put in orange juice. It's healthy and it's hydrating. Hey, look, Mikey, look, Return to the Max in the show. Return to the Mac.
I can't see anybody that's in here, buddy. It's literally only showing me the StreamYard side of things. I don't get to see anything else going on.
Okay, well, at the end of the day, that's all right. I can read people's messages to you.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, Return to the Max here. So, Mikey, tell us about Schnozberry F2. What the fuck went into that shit, baby? Tell us about those weed titties. What made those weed titties?
I mean, any genius on here would know that that's a trick question. He said, what went into the F2? Well, obviously, the F1s went into the F2. No, fucking, to make the Schnozberry, though, it was Cheeseberry by Royal Queen and Strawberry Skunk I actually got from. Hey, what happened?
Oh, I'm just putting you up while you're talking so they can see your
well, fuck. It just went to only me. It threw me off. We got the Strawberry Skunk from our buddy over there in Oklahoma. But yeah, that's what makes the Schnozberry. We're on F3 now, working on starting F4 on this next run, hopefully.
Okay, so I'm just playing with all the settings on this. I'm having fun. Look, wee.
Right. So we've also got the Bloody Berries, which is a cross between the Schnozberry and Higher Than Life Genetics. Which one did I use? The TDM.
Okay.
Which is
So
City Dream Maker.
So here's a question. So, and also too, everybody, Ben Ruge, who's in the show right now, is Higher Than Life Genetics. That was actually who I was referencing at the beginning of the show, saying that there's a very good chance that they're going to be debuting their genetics on our store as well. Would you like to do that, there, Ben Ruge? You're gonna debut your genetics on the Potsquatchsales.com as well? I'm reading all their messages. Don't worry, Mike. I think there might be a way for you to, Mike, to like click.
Maybe if I try running YouTube and this at the same time.
No. There should be a way on the StreamYards for you to see the chat though too. I don't know.
If there's chat, I click it and it's just a blank chat. It says chat with everyone in the studio. So pretty much only the people that are over here are going to see this chat.
Oh, weird. Okay. Well, anyway, we're doing our best, but the fact is I can still, read all of that. Little Chewy Stewie says, is Greg still about Squatch? Me and Greg have made peace. Me and Greg kind of got into a little bit of an argument and a disagreement. He's still around. He's still part of the community. He still likes and views posts, but he hasn't really been around as much. Greg's off on his own journey of self-discovery in a sense, but he's still here. He's still around. He's just not as vocal or participatory in the community these days, but I'm hoping he comes back. I sent him a message the other day and I was like, I miss you, Greg. Come back, Greg. We miss you, Greg. But Greg's still around. What's up, Adam Specht? Good to see you, buddy. How you doing? All right. Oh, and we lost Mike. Oh, there's Mikey. Oh.
No, you didn't. I'm just trying to mirror my camera because it's throwing me the hell off.
Oh, I see. So, everybody, let's ask Mikey some questions. So, Mikey, tell us about the first time you grew a pot plant. Tell us about the first time you grew pot.
I threw a shit ton of seeds out in the woods and waited for something to come up.
All right. So
then there was a lot of hiking back and forth with fucking jugs of water once they did. Then you're going to plant your shit in the woods, plant it close to a water source, not 4 miles away from one.
So you're telling me that you didn't have an irrigation system set up automatically? My God, Mike.
No. First time I grew, I was 19 years old, just getting out of jail.
All right. Now, someone's asking, they would like to hear about the Bloody Berries, Mike. Can you tell us about the Bloody Berries? Tell us a bit about the genetic background of the Bloody Berries.
So, like I said, that's got my Schnozberry, and the father was the TDM from Iron Life Genetics. And it's going to run about 65 to 69 days before it's done. Oh, shit, that geyser will grab me by the butthole.
Ladies and gentlemen, every time I talk to Mike, this is kind of the thing. Mike just sort of like every once in a while will start collapsing down and coughing his ass out because Mikey like his wee titties too. So yeah,
I love the titties. They ain't just got to be weed neither. I mean, I like titties. I'm a guy.
Oh yeah, no, I feel you, buddy. So,
but yeah, so that's gonna run 65 to 69 days indoors. Outdoors, it'll probably run closer to 75, 80 days, depending on your weather at the time. Hey, don't hit my truck now, god darn it. I know there ain't much room to drive. Shit. Oh.
So are you on the beach?
Let's see.
Are you on the beach right now, Mikey?
Oh yeah. Let's see if I can flip my camera. Can I flip my camera? No, I cannot.
You can.
Sure, I can do this
go,
though.
You can go. Yeah, just flip the camera around the other way. You can show us. Let's do it that way. Yeah. Oh my goodness. He's
And
so
the tide is so high right now that I'm parked at the sand dunes.
Wow.
Normally you're parked past where my rod's at. And the tide's washing like up here by the truck. Party on, Garth.
Party on, man. All right. So long story short, Mike, let's talk about some of your growing styles. Because, like, I mean, you are growing in an illegal state. Okay. Does that freak you out? Do you ever get concerned about that at all? Like,
yeah, we don't need to mention that when cops can be watching the live stream, buddy.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
It's already bad enough my name is right there.
I don't think it's listed in a government reality that you're Texas Squatch. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we're sharing anything else about you. You'll be okay. Now, Mikey, you've had a couple of times, for example, where, you know, it's been, you've had to play move the plants. Like, I mean, I remember that one time you had to, like,
I've had to play eradicate the motherfuckers because choppers are flying above my house.
Well, tell us a bit about that. Tell us about some of those stories, Mike. Tell me about the fun or the stress or the anxiety. You know, share with us your story.
Bro, there's really not much to tell when it comes to that. You hear flyers, the choppers flying a grid over your house. You got two choices: let them get caught or cut them the fuck down. Cut them down. The hell out of there,
man. Dirty or catfishing wants to arm wrestle you, Mike. They've said.
I'm good. You really don't.
Mike says no. Pete says no. So, Mike. So, Mikey, do you predominantly grow outdoors, indoors? Tell us a bit about that.
Predominantly outdoors. I've been growing for what, like 13 years now, breeding for 4. And yeah, most of it, the first 12 of it for sure. No, first 10 of it for sure was predominantly outdoors. I didn't try to grow my first indoor one until I was about 10 years in. That did not turn out too well.
Well, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, it takes time to kind of dial things in terms
of
it
is definitely a learning curve. I've been growing indoors for 3 years now, and I'm still fighting.
So, do you have anything going indoors right now?
Almost 20. I think it's like 18 or 19 seedlings, all different photos. Let's see, I've got Gazer's K-Town by Cheese. I've got some ROFL. I've got some of my illegal alien from Death Trap Genetics. I've got some London Pound Cake crossed with Purple Haze. And now I'm soaking some Death Star and some more illegal alien. I'm really working on trying to get a male for this illegal to do the F2s and make a further cross on the illegal alien line. We'll be bringing things to you like Green Card, La Migra, Depot Worker. Not to offend anybody, but I mean, the initial play on words there is illegal alien. So, I mean, we can put 2 and 2 together. We're grown ass folks.
Well, tell us what went into that illegal alien, my friend.
So that is your old school, and I mean, fucking back in the 90s, Mexican sativa crossed with alien rip. So I just started doing research and shit on Mexican sativa and different things it was bred with. Come to find out, back in the day, all your old school strains like your Acapulco Gold, your Colombian Gold, your fucking your Panama Red, shit like that was all made by crossing something from one region of the world, some pretty decent shit, to the old school Mexican sativa. And that's how you got this super strain that is just like world renowned. You say fucking Colombian Gold, it's almost gonna be like, yo, I want some. I know that name. Well, that's the plan for the illegal alien, is to make that next. Hey, motherfuckers know that one, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, like in my mind, I mean, the illegal alien in terms of a premise. So the Mexican Sats side of it, did that come from those beans? Were from like a press brick? Was it like, did you get it in some brick weed or some shit like that? Or
no. I used to buy nothing but Mexican. I'm a poor ass white boy, so that's predominantly what I bought until I started growing my own shit. Come across some shit one day. It was just like the hands down best Mexican I'd ever found. It was nice, fluffy, popcorny, had a nice lime green pininess to it. It was just amazing. And I said, fuck it, let me save some of these seeds and try to grow them. That grew the best Mexican I had ever grown to this day. So I saved a few hundred of those seeds, and I'm probably down to 30 or 40 of them now. It's honestly time to make more of those.
Hell yeah, no, for sure. I mean, even though I'm not really a SAT guy, I'm kind of curious because it's an F1 initial cross, everybody, that he's done right now. And so Alien Rift being an indica predominant variety, we grew it on the channel for a while there on one of the grows. It was actually one of the last things we grew, or at the old house.
Close to last, second to last.
No, I'm pretty sure that was the last run, wasn't it? Because we had the Orange Hindu Kush on the table 1. We had the Alien Rift and the K-Town Kush.
Was the Orange Hindu your last run?
No, I did a bunch of different strains all at once, remember? So we also had the Gazzers Madness. We had that one table of Gazzers.
Right, but
Madness.
I'm saying it was in the run with the Orange Hindu. So if that was your last run,
that was the last run, yeah, before my life fell apart and I got betrayed by not so nice lady. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm curious to see, like, does it come out SAT? Does it come out indica? I mean, what has your experience been on the F1s currently growing out on there?
So far, we've grown 2 of them out to harvest. The first one I let roll to about 65, almost 70% amber on the trichomes. That's dangerous, bro. Like, no, we're not doing that much amber on the illegal alien. That's a bad idea. I am a functional stoner. I like to smoke while I drive. I like to smoke while I work. I like to do all sorts of shit while I smoke. If I can't smoke a joint and drive without wanting to pull over and take a fucking nap, no, I'm good. So this time we pulled it back. Let's say, okay, we're gonna cut way back. We're gonna go to about 30% amber.
Hey man, that sounds
it's still grab you by the boo boo, man. You can still stay moving, you can still drive, do what you gotta do, but it grab you by the boo boo if you ain't careful. And it's one of them, like, you get about this far down the doobie and it starts getting stronger because all the resin is burning off on that shit. And hang on to your asshole. We've had reviews in Oklahoma. We've had reviews in Alabama on it, Washington, California. It was all different places we shipped a little bit of the nuggets on the last harvest. Like, hey, man, check this one out. Now, we haven't had reviews on this 30% amber, but people are like, God damn, I need some more of that illegal alien. If you get it, for me, it won't be like that no more because holy shit, that was scary.
All right, we got a question coming in from James Mercer.
What's up?
James Mercer. I'm not sure if it's
Mercer.
But, Mercer. Okay. He's growing an Afghan Kush. He's running 1,001 HPS. And he's wondering if he should top them. If they're an indica, will they stay short? Well, indicas, they are shorter and squatter and fatter by natural structure and basic stature, if we're going to reference colloquialisms. I would say you can top it a little bit at the beginning, but what I would actually do with most indicas, and I mean, Mikey, you can weigh in on this in a sec. I actually like doing a high stress training. So what I do is I'll snap the top, which is then going to shoot down the energy into the secondaries, and they're going to branch up. So I had a Master Kush Northern Lights cross that I was working with years ago, and I didn't top once. All I did was I did one singular snap on that top when it was vegging out, and then boom, I had 18 top colas by 5.5 weeks the size of my forearm. And indica branching, bush styles, they're going to come out and they're going to naturally respond that way. Like, what are your thoughts, Mikey? You've played with some Afghans, I know that.
So yeah, so from what I can tell, is the Afghan acts more like mountain wheat. So not so much like the indica, not so much like the sap, but kind of like a really long-running auto, if you will. So if you're gonna get your training and shit done, get it done early. Pretty much 5th node, top that motherfucker. 3 nodes come out on that son bitch, top those again. And I wouldn't jack with it again. Because once you get her to that point, she's gonna start moving, and you might not be able to flip your light to flower. It might act like an auto sometimes. Mountain weed is just.
Ben has a message for you, Texas. Ben says, but I told you to take it only like 10%, but you didn't listen.
Well, that's going to be the next run. I mean, you know me, I'm stubborn as a damn mule. I'm going to see like, all right, well, 65 was too strong. Maybe 30. 10 sounds weak. Not 10 might have been a good idea, Ben. 10 might have been a good. That's the next doobie I've got in the lineup. Okay, I'm taking my time on this Gazer right now.
Okay, so here is a message from Gazers. Did you hear from Gazers that he actually managed to find some of his old seeds that were stashed?
No. He tried to call me, but I was in the middle of trying to log into this, so
okay,
I just kind of like declined it to log in.
Gazers found a jar of Gazers Madness by OG Kush. And then he also found Gazers Madness by OG Kush by Gorilla Glue #4 by Atago Big Kush. And that'll be the first grow he's going to do when he starts up again. I believe he found 2 jars of beans. So he's got 2 things that he did there.
Oh, that sucks. The water just washed all the way under my truck.
Oh, shit. Do we have to move the truck?
Oh, yeah, quite possibly.
Everybody, sorry. Mikey's getting washed out on the beach right now. Hey, Boston Buds, good to see you, buddy. It's been a while. I hope you're doing well. I was worried that you weren't doing well because I haven't seen you in a while. Everybody. the classic Mikey just coughing away.
Yeah, let me stuff my lungs back, hit my chest real quick. We'll be all right. Get this road on the show.
Yeah. Everybody, we're just gonna allow what's up, Boston, but we're just gonna allow Mikey to move his truck, I guess.
Yeah, I gotta reel in all my shit and pack up because this is not gonna work. The whole beach just washed out.
It's probably not good. And so I don't think your truck's a diesel, is it?
Nope. What's that matter?
Well, because a diesel can drive into water, so you could stay there and like let it get a little flooded, and you're not gonna.
So could my fucking unleaded if I put a fucking kill on it.
True, but I don't think you have a snorkel on it, do you?
Nope.
Yeah.
Don't need one. It's not that damn bad. I just don't want to get stuck in the sand dunes.
All right. So while Mikey is contemplating moving his truck, let's talk about Mike. Let's just share a story here. What is your first memory of stumbling upon Potsquatch growers? What's your first memory of seeing me? Connecting to the community? Like let's talk about the early days because you've been around for years in our community, many moons. Let's talk about that. Tell us about some of those stories, man.
I want to know why you got to ask me all the fucking hard questions. You know how much I smoke? Jesus Christ, give me a minute to remember. So I know I was looking for somewhere to learn to grow the good shit. I was learning the transition between Mexican and all our various cultivars we have nowadays, which it's not really that much different. Mexican's a little more bug resistant, fucking can handle higher temperatures, but that's about it. I was looking for somewhere to get more in depth about it, learn which fertilizers and shit to use, and I ended up stumbling across, I think it was Ben I first stumbled across on Facebook trying to figure out about autoflowers, this, that, and the third. And he actually directed me over to you, and I saw your big bearded ass. I was like, oh, this motherfucker's psychotic. Let's check him out. And well, fucking 6 years, 6.5 years later, here we are.
Right?
All right, I'm going to go move my shit. I'll be back.
Okay, sounds good, buddy. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will let Mikey take care of his stuff here, and we'll just all keep chatting here together. Who here is having fun getting to see me slowly but surely actually learn how to use all this kind of crap? I mean, how are we liking this new layout of the show? Are we liking kind of being able to mix things in? Are we liking having people come on the show? Is this something that's proven enjoyable to all of you? Like, are we digging this, or what are we thinking? I keep waiting for someone to say something. I'm like, oh wait, you guys can only just type. Soul Price says he likes it. He likes it. He really likes it. All right, here we go. Hands way up, says Soul Price. Texas Squatch should show us the beach. It's cold in Philly. Needs some warm thoughts. We will. Once Texas Squatch is back, we'll bring him back on camera and on all of that. Here, let's do this. And nope, that's not how I do that. Sorry, I'm still learning how all this works here. And we'll go on to a solo thing here of the crop cam. I mean, I wish it was a little bit clearer. It's kind of clear, but there we go. What we're looking at there, ladies and gentlemen, is the oh, it makes Ben moist. I like it. I like it, Ben. Good. We got the crop cam there. We are showing you the Miracle Alien Cookies by 8-Ball Kush there. I will say on this wee titty, I mean, she's nice, she's sexy. She's got this really sweet scent to her. It's an interesting sort of a mix. And I'm pretty digging what I'm seeing there. She is a long runner though, ladies and gentlemen. So if you ever run 8-Ball Kush by Miracle Alien Cookies, and those are coming to you from Milo Grow Genetics. Check them out on Instagram. I don't believe that they are on Facebook, but they are in fact on the Instagram there, and that's how you're going to get a hold of them. But I've been pretty happy with those. I will say the Mendo cherries, where I was happy with how they started out, I'm not as much of a fan as I thought I would be. I mean, I actually was liking them more than the Miracle Alien Cookies by 8-Ball Kush. But in the end, I'm preferring the Miracle Alien Cookies by 8-Ball Kush as opposed to the Mendo cherries. The Mendo cherries is having a really strong hunger towards the oh shit, motherfuckers. It's like old days. Even Greg's here. Greg Ray Allen Reed, motherfuckers. The best fucking personal trainer and body physique connoisseur of California, ladies and gentlemen, is now in the show with us. Mikey, when you are ready to come back to the show, just like wave at the camera and I'll unmute your microphone. I've got you muted right now. I think he can still hear us. Greg's in the show. Oh my God. It's like a fucking reunion. All of us coming back together. We got Greg. We got little Stewie, man. We got all the motherfuckers. We got Texas Squatch. We got Gazzers. I mean, it's a good time. I'm excited. Oh, and look, there's Felicia Casper, Skippy Limpy. How you doing, baby? Welcome to the show. What's up, John Von Hala? Oh shit, John, another Kiwi. Look at that, Gas. You got a fellow Kiwi in the show. All right, and Return to the Mac, obviously, ladies and gentlemen. Like, I mean, this is great. This is like back in the hood days. We're all coming back. Once Texas Squatch is back, I'm going to go for a live stream during the live stream. Obviously, I am sitting here at the recording studio setup I have here, so you won't be coming with me this time. And but I guess we have to sacrifice certain things for progress. All right, right. It is like Back to the Future. I agree, little Chewy Stewie. And one of the things I'm really excited about is to see some of you play with some of these genetics. I mean, the Galactic Citrus Shiva is really what I'm excited about, frankly. We got some of the beans right here. We can try to show them to you here. I don't know if it's gonna zoom in very well. Oh, that kind of looks like shit through the plastic and all of that. But these are what we're going to be running next. It was an Orange Hindu Kush Mother. Oh, this is the Orange Warrior Widow. This isn't even the right strain. The Orange Warrior Widow, though, I will say, is O'Shea's been playing with that a lot. And the Orange Warrior Widow, everybody, has been doing really, really well. Like, I mean, it's funny. O'Shea started it. Go check out Irish Squatch Grows on YouTube. I believe that's what he called it. But it is outperforming any of the other beans that he started. Like the vegging on this shit. I mean, it vegetates so aggressively. It's astonishing. These plants are taking off. Early on in veg, they've got like pencil thick stalks to them. It's astonishing to me. It's quite cool to watch. Excuse me. Predominantly more of a sat leading strain, it seems, even though it is in fact half the Orange Hindu Kush. I'm really excited, though, for the Galactic Citrus Shiva. That's what we're going to be rocking next on the channel. We're going to be rocking some of that to see if we were able to, at least on the F1, find a proper marrying between the Alien Rift from Ocean Grown Genetics and that beautiful, sweet Orange Hindu Kush. What's up, brother Gregory? How you doing, buddy? You'd be proud of me, Greg. I've been watching my diet. I'm drinking less. I'm doing good. I'm slowly working out again. And on my first real paycheck, I'm going to be signing me up for a gym pass. It's going to be a good time, buddy. It's going to be good. Oh, is Ganjanana here now? Where's Ganjanana? I don't see her. Paging, Ganjanana, are you there? You sexy grandma. The sexiest grandma on the face of the planet, I'm hoping is in the show too. It's so good to have you all back here, man. I missed all of you. It's good to be back. It's good to have everybody in the fam jam kind of get back together and doing good. Giovanni Garcia, thank you very much. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm eating better, working out again. growing again, you know, and getting laid all the time. I mean, it's great. I don't hate my life anymore or want to off myself. It's great. You know, it's funny how those things happen over time. But what's up, Trichromes? Rock your socks. Good to see you, buddy. All right. Oh, it's so cute. It's just saying hi to everyone. John Von Holla says, hell no, I ain't no pig shit. I'm sitting in my truck in my drive. Oh, I gotta scroll up to read the rest of that. Bear with me. Smoking a big fat joint of juicy fruit that I grew. Hell yeah, dude. John Von Holla. That is an old school strain, the old school juicy fruit. I remember the first time I tried juicy fruit back in the day. Oh, and we got Texas back here. I'm going to unmute your microphone now.
Hey, you better unmute my ass.
There you go, baby. Man, dude, I remember the first time I tried juicy fruit back in the hood days, man, when I was a kid. It was like, it legitimately smells and tastes like juicy fruit bubblegum. And I was blown away by that reality. I mean, it was great. And it was one of those strains, I mean, where there are strains out there where when you try them and you're like, oh my goodness, I did not know marijuana could taste or smell like these. You know, I kind of felt that way about the Orange Hindu Kush too. You know, there was that one phenotype we did that was that clementine orange. It was like, dude, it screamed oranges up in your nose holes, you know, and it was crazy, man. Let's see here. Jansen Dennis, don't talk like that, Potsquatch. Don't tell me how to talk. I talk anyway I want. I will make all the voices. But anyway, I'm just teasing with you. But you know, at the end of the day, juicy fruit was a great strain. I remember it. I mean, it's hard to find a true juicy fruit genetic. I mean, Mike, have you ever grown or smoked the juicy fruit? You ever had the joy of meeting some juicy fruit weed titties, some nice juicy weed titties? That was to you, Texas Squatch. Oh, Ben Rugi. You might have to send some of those up here. I'll trade you something for that. I mean, I got lots of things I could trade you. Part of me wants to hit the bong. Should I hit the bong? Okay, Mike, you talk to everybody in the show. I'm going to go pee, make myself a drink, grab a bong, and then I'll be right back, okay? So you entertain the people. No, his volume's not off. I can hear him. He's just not talking. Mike, say something.
Hold on, I'm having technical difficulties here.
Oh, we can hear you now. Oh, dude, I agree. The old bubble gum was even better. The old bubble gum was even better than juicy fruit. I mean, the old traditional bubble gum indica, I mean, it's insane. And I mean, like, it came out smelling and tasting like a double bubble. Did any of you remember those old double bubble pink bubble gum chew tablets? They were good. Oh, and Mike has left the show. I'm assuming he'll come back, everybody, in just a moment. Giovanni Garcia says, I used to get orange cookies for Lowell's Farms that smelled and tasted just like oranges. Some of the best, but I've had. Yeah, dude, this Orange Hindu very much has this citrusy thing here. And Texas is back, and we're going to add to the stream. There we go.
There we go.
There we go. It was weird because I could still hear you in the background over my monitor speakers or headphones, but regardless. So, Mikey, you entertain the masses here. I'm going to go pee and make myself a drink and grab a bong, okay? I'll be right back, everybody. Everybody talk to Texas Squatch.
Well, that doesn't do them any good. I can't see their comments.
No, I know, but you can still at least talk, though, and I'll be back.
I'm driving and trying not to run over people on spring break. Y'all can stare at my ugly ass. Hello. Try not to kill anybody here.
Gasser shares that juicy fruit was created by the king of cannabis, Neville himself. That is true. That is true. And Neville arguably is one of the people that essentially is responsible for a majority of modern day cannabis. Little Chewy Stewie says, so juicy, the gums and blueberries. Yeah, man, I love that blueberry from DJ Short. I've got some blueberry. I've got from DJ Short. I've also got blueberry yum yum and blueberry muffin, also from DJ Short. Really great strain. Really, really, really enjoyable. James Mercher says, are the Orange Hindu Kush going to be in the store? Maybe eventually, but I'll have to breed them. I've only got enough on for my own breeding projects right now. One of the things I'm running into in terms of space is I'm in an apartment now, so I don't have tons of space, but we are going to be firing up once I can afford it a couple more tents. So I'm going to be doing breeding in 2x2s, and I will eventually, James, get some orange Hindu Kush beans produced for you there. I give you my word on that one. We'll get around to it eventually. We all get things going. Not taking us to pee with you, it feels like we're missing out. I know, but it's like you're all wired into a computer right now. You're this is where we're at. We're, you know, being run by the computer. Here's the giant monitor and the microphone. So it's a little bit harder for me to take everybody into the washroom now. It's all wired into my little studio setup here. So
all right, I'm here, y'all. Don't be scared.
It's okay. Mike's gonna stay with you while I go piss. I'll be right back. Okay.
You're not alone, children. We're right here.
I'll be back. If I pee,
he's got to take a leak and grab his bong. You'll be back. Yeah. Just remember, shake it more than twice. You're playing with it. You got the road. I'm gonna get my truck stuck on the beach. I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
You're supposed to be entertaining them, Mikey.
I was entertaining them. Isn't my face entertaining enough? I mean, I should be getting all sorts of laughs right now. I mean, I just don't think he understands that I'm on a beach crowded with children and people. It's spring break. Cars are literally weaving each other head on. Everybody trying to keep from getting stuck or killed. Was that Batty? No, that wasn't Batty.
I'll be back.
Hello. Hurry up. You're taking too long. You're definitely shaking it more than once.
Hans Kluber.
The problem I'm having is that I just don't understand why people driving up and down the beach. Well, why the hell do you own the beach in the first place then? It's a beach. People can drive up and down the motherfucker.
And I am back.
About got darn time.
Some drugs.
Oh, damn it, Bobby. You done took long enough. You best have all them propane accessories, Bob.
I'm gonna smoke some Ben Rugi's like, why do I hear a lady on the phone? This is weird. I don't know. All right. That one stuff says, I don't think this is what they had in mind when they invented the internet. I know, but you know what? Leave it to stoners to, you know, co-op things and make them our own, right? So
it's okay. We forgive us.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, everybody,
all right, now don't
in the name of all of you.
Oh yeah, don't go asking me no more deep ass questions or questions that make me gotta think.
Well, that's kind of the point of doing an interview show, Mike.
Well, you picked the worst motherfucker to interview then, because god damn it, I don't have much thinking capacity. Especially now that I got dry.
What was the first weed you remember growing, Mike?
You can ask me a question I've already answered. Mexican sativa.
What is your favorite strain to grow these days, Mike?
Strain or fucking type? Strain, of course, I'm going to be a jackass and say mine. Because they're quick. I don't know. I mean, actually, no, that's a bit conceited because if we're going for quick, fucking, I can't pass up Ben's from Higher in Life, dude. He's got some really good fucking genetics. Fast and strong. There went my fucking phone. So I guess we're driving. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
Danger. Don't. Uh-oh. We lost the Mikey. There he goes. I think he's still there, maybe. I don't know. Hey, what's up, Conchana? Your mama. Oh, right. Let's talk about what's Soul Price says, what's the meaning of cannabis? I would say there is no generalized meaning of cannabis. It is in and of itself its own thing. I think it has a lot of different meanings to many people, at the end of the day. What do y'all want to talk about? What should we ask Mikey? What should we talk about, everybody? You can participate in what we talk about in the show. Come on now, everybody. What's up, Alabama Hot Pocket? How you doing? That's a fun name, by the way. Alabama Hot Pocket. I like it. All right, good to see you, baby. Oh, and Mikey's gone. Mikey will be back, I'm sure. BMK is like, bring back the guy that pissed himself. Yeah, Ronnie Nurse. Ronnie Nurse apologized for being wasted in the last show, everybody. I talked to him. He actually wants to do another show where we talk about politics, he and I. And he's like, I promise I won't get wasted. The reason why he showed up wasted was he was nervous. And I mean, he was talking, he'd never been on a live stream before. And he was also nervous about talking about personal things of his life. And so we can't blame him on that, man. I get that. Soul Price says, ask Tex, what's the meaning for the banana? I'll get right on that once he's back. Hell yeah, Jansen Dennett. The 100-gallon grow bag would give you some big old weed titty trees. You know what I'm saying? So on the next run, right, Hookstergram? Oh, there we go. Texas is back. There we go. What's up, Hookstergram, by the way? Welcome to the show. Yeah, no, it was fun. No, me and Ronnie are going to do some other stuff. We'll probably have him back on the show on Potsquatch Growers, and we're going to kind of launch another show as well. A fun fact about Ronnie, Ronnie Nurse actually came from a very famous sports family. Like all of his nephews and nieces and brothers and sisters are like really famous sports people in the NHL and all these other sports and basketball, the NBA and all of this. He's like the only one who became a musician in his family. So, we'll be doing all that. Ben Rugi says, what's your sign? I'm assuming you're not talking to me. I'm a Cancer, for those who wonder, though. What's your sign, Mike?
I'm a Capricorn.
Oh, you're a Capricorn. Oh, right. Alabama Hot Pocket. Politics is always a safe subject. Nah, I feel you, right? But at the end of the day, you got to, piss people off, man. It makes an entertaining show, right? So, James Mercher says, ask Texas what his highest yielding auto strain seeds he has. Okay, so Texas, what's the biggest yielding auto flowering genetic that you guys currently possess? We'll also open that question up to Ben Rugi as well of Higher Than Life Genetics because they have a shitload of auto flowers too.
Yeah, as far as the death trap, it's going to be a schnozberry that put between an ounce and a half, 2 ounces.
Say that again, Mike. We didn't hear you.
Oh, I said, fucking, that's going to be the schnozberry. It puts off between an ounce and a half, 2 ounces.
Okay, so the Schnozberry F2, the one that we have to launch for you guys, is your highest yielding one?
Yeah.
Hookstergram's like, man, politics sucks when politicians do it, but when stoners get involved, it's good.
Politics still suck either way. I don't get into them.
No, I know. I feel you, Mikey. I mean, sometimes, you just got to turn the world off in order to survive. But so, simply put, Schnozberries, everybody, the ones we're going to be launching as the first genetic available from Death Trap Genetics on our store is their highest current yielder. So there we go. Operation Annihilation says Texas is cannabis unfriendly. That is true, but there's a lot of movement happening in Texas right now, everybody. I mean, CBD flowers and all that's already legal. don't get me started on Delta 8. It's a joke, but it's technically legal though. But at the end of the day, there is a lot of forward movement happening in Texas in terms of a development on that. Actually, one of my close friends who's also in Texas is Russell Langhammer, formerly of the Dallas Cowboys. Was also a professional bodybuilder. He should have been dead already. He had open heart surgery where they replaced the valves in his heart. He's a big advocate for the legalization of cannabis, inclusive medicine, also for magic mushrooms down in Texas. So, maybe we can get him on the show at some point too. Mikey, what are your thoughts on magic mushrooms? And while you're thinking about your answer, I'm going to read Ben's message. My ATM is a heavy hitter, but so's the DTF and TDM. You seem to name everything with just a few letters there. I like it. I have some fairly large genetics.
Well, it's acronyms.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just being a dick. Ben says the ATM is dependably large, though, and so is the DTF. And you've grown both of those, haven't you, Mike?
Now I've grown every one of his genetics so far. That's how I actually got into the community. Is I ended up being a tester for him. All his new strains he was putting out, he'd send down and test them out.
Okay.
I'll tell you right now, he's got some phenomenal shit. But yeah, by far, ATM and DTF, I would say, are the leading yielders that I've grown. Now, his TCM, God, that one's got some interesting phenotypes to it. We're going to have to do some work to nail that one down. His weight for it's great.
Since you got the background kind of in the cab of the phone just sitting down, I had to turn down my monitor headphones because it was hurting my brain. Felicia says hi to you, Texas, by the way. Oh my goodness. Ganjanana, your mama, you're so forceful. She's like, who forgot to smash the like button? Did you? Do it now. So aggressive. So, Mikey, here's a fun question. Here's another question for you. What is the highest you remember ever being? Do you have a memory of when you got super beyond high? So high?
I am really starting to have issues hearing you, man. I'll lose you trying to
Do you want me to wait
before I completely lose y'all? Thanks for having me. We'll have to try it again later on.
You got to go there, Texas?
I'm losing you, Josh. I can't hear you, man.
Okay. Join the show when you can. I don't know if you got that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're just doing the show with us now until Mikey gets better reception. I mean, at the end of the day, though, mad respect. He's doing that on his data package. Hardcore. What's up, Huli? Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. Let's see here. Well, let's see here. I still got some of that blueberry you gave me, Potsquatch. I'm trying to remember the blueberry we're talking about. That was a blueberry cross, wasn't it? I'm trying to remember. So many seeds in my brain. All right. Well, anyway, so let's all just talk. Gazzer76 says, hey, have you still got any of those seeds I sent you, bro? Of course I do. I've got everything you've sent me. It's all there. I've got the Murder, the Gazzer's Madness, the K-Town Kush, the K-Town Kush by Cheese, the Orange Hindu Kush. I've got whatever you sent. I've got all of it, buddy. They're all still in existence. Ben Ruger's like, it was me. I forgot to smash the like button. Oh, so honest, Ben. You're so honest, my friend. When will you be able to purchase those magic beans? Our beans will be available very soon. I'm hoping. I had some bills come up, so I couldn't order the labels. It's going to basically cost, because I'm ordering the labels both for Death Trap and our own brand. It's going to cost me a couple $100 to get them in. So that's basically been the main hinging point, is just having that extra $200 to be able to order the damn labels. But I'm getting close. My first real paycheck from the new job will be at the end of the month there. I'm hoping to be able to afford them sooner than that. Because I'd like to have the seeds available in roughly a week. The labels are ready to send off to the printer and they're pretty good. Like we use Sticker Mule. Shout out to Sticker Mule, amazing company. You want to make stickers and labels, go with Sticker Mule. They're based out of New Amsterdam, somewhere in the States. I can't remember the state, but it's called New Amsterdam, the city. And my God, do they do a good job? You know, they make some good shit. So that's what we're going to be using for our labels, both for Death Trap and our own. It's probably going to be about $200. So we're going to get that ordered in pretty soon. Ben Rugi says, yeah, he's getting out of range. Alabama Hot Pocket says, any cookie pie? No, I do not have cookie pie. One, Girl Scout cookies in and of itself is far too new age of a strain in my humble 2 cents. I'm not a big fan of it. And I do have Girl Scout cookies hybrids with other things mixed in my collection. One of them, I believe, I've got a Purple Kush, or was it a Purple Kush? I think I got a Purple Kush by GSC. I got a Blueberry by GSC. I think I got a I got a couple of different versions of cheeses by different Girl Scout cookies. But yeah, again, these are all things that sort of exist within our genetic vault and that we'll be working on and kind of bring it back. Hell yeah. Feed those animals, Visible Farms. Ooh, Felicia Casper, Skippy Limpy, Black Tuna. Very nice. I dig it. Okay, 1 second here. I'm just reading. I think it's probably better if I actually just like read everyone's messages here. It'll make the show easier. You may not get to see my face because I'm looking this way, but it is what it is. All right. So buds are looking beautiful. All right. Yeah. I keep forgetting that we got the crop cam on there. As long as it ain't boof, I'm in. What's up, boof? I need a colloquial definition, little chewy stewie, of boof. Right? The side face, right, Soul Price? Watch out. Most people do live streams like this, but no. Proof is alcohol in the butt, I believe. Oh, man. That sounds dangerous. Ooh, you have some black tuna. Well, again, Ben, I mean, it's funny because Ben's always like, oh, I got that in my collection. I'm like, well, I'll trade you some shit for that, Ben. I would be down to trade for some black tuna, too. Tuna Kush back in the day, man, that Tuna Kush, man, I liked it. You know, I was always a fan of the Tuna Kush. So like a swag bag, little chewy stewy. Like a swag bag. I get you. I feel you. No. We doing everything we can here at Potsquatch Growers to avoid providing a proprietary swag bag. I mean, at the end of the day, you still got to grow the damn shit. You know, we'll do our darndest to help you learn how to do that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, we trying to make some genetics that come out pretty decent, you know. Sounds good, Hooli. Yeah, no, I feel you. One of the things too, like, I mean, initially we're going to be cranking out a bunch of F1s. That's just what we're going to do to give some initial things, and we're going to do some experiments and see what we want to work on. I am hoping to eventually over the next year or two to be able to get to a place where we've got our farm set up and we're able to do that shit, you know what I'm saying? And actually pheno hunt enough to a point, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't know. Like, I mean, I wish I like had something rigged on the plants to make them shake, because I could sit here and like interview the plants, like, so hey plants, how you doing? That'd be fun. But anyway, layman's terms, it means shit. Thanks, little cheers to for the clarification. Ben says the problem is I only have about 10 or 15 and need to make more problem with most stuff that I haven't made myself. No, I feel you, Ben. I'm the same way. Like, I mean, things in my genetic collection, you know, I've only got a certain amount, right? And it's like, we got to bring them back. And I mean, so that's where like a lot of stuff, like, I mean, one of the strains that I really want to bring back that I was a big fan of actually was invented by my friend Stina down in the States there. I can't remember where she's from. I got a feeling she might be from Oregon. feel like she's from Oregon, but she created a gorgeous, sexy strain she named Gorilla Blue. It was her first time breeding anything, and the thing is actually astonishing. If Texas Squatch was here, he could tell you about the first time he grew out. And he got these phenos that, to him, it just screamed cat piss. He's like, dude, it's like cat piss got on some rotten blueberries. I don't personally feel it does smell funky. It's got a very funkalicious scent to it, but we gotta bring some of those back for everybody too. I think, man, they were funky bitches. All right, so let's hear. James Mercher says, what's the early signs of having a male plant? I've heard males usually grow faster. That is very true. Males are classically, they grow faster. They'll have thinner leaves. They'll have larger nodal spacings initially. That doesn't necessarily mean an early vegetative plant that you're seeing being very aggressive is a male necessarily, though, if you're seeing it having a vastly faster growth rate, okay? The fact of the matter is sometimes you run across a phenotype that is a super mother. That's what we're pheno hunting most of the time when we're trying to breed our own cannabis. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like the initial glands you're going to see, it will start out as a pre-gland that kind of looks like a female pre-gland. But the real thing you're watching for is when you get those first sexing nodal glands, okay, at that nodal site on your main stalk, okay? Eventually, the male will either, you'll see this first maybe where it starts to raise up and you'll see that little ball, that little apricot almost looking that looked like it could have been a female gland, and then it raises up on a little neck, and that little neck lifting it up, you're like, ah, fuck, motherfucker, that's a nut. Okay. Sometimes, okay, you're going to see male glands begin to cluster. So it may not raise up yet, but you might see another little weird midget apricot gland coming in to the left, to the right, down, up, below, anywhere around that on that 360 degree circumference of said pregland. When you start to see clustering, so lifting or clustering, these are early pregland signs on a male that you're going to notice. They do grow faster, but that's not a given, right? So that's where we watch our nodal areas, ladies and gentlemen. We watch very closely at the nodal development, the pregland development of our plants. And there's certain signs. If it's female, you're not going to see the lifting. You're not going to see a clustering. You're going to see a singular node developing a female pregland. So that's a good sign. So every time you don't see any development in that area, you're going to be happy about it. You're like, yes, it's looking like it's the lady. And then eventually you're going to see that pistol. It's going to come screaming out the wee titty little node. It's going to be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a good time. Hell yeah, Felicia. No, if I do, I've been having fun with it though. Okay, I should read again. I keep talking to the camera. I should keep reading people's messages. I go off on tangents, ladies and gentlemen. Jansen Dennis says, Potsquatch, should you keep grow bags off the ground when growing outside? I would say that it depends on what they're laying on. I mean, if you're laying it on direct dirt, the dirt would be fine. But if you've got it on a bunch of grass or vegetative material, that's going to then decompose and rot. And I mean, that's not necessarily something that I personally would find a desirable thing at the bottom of my grow bag. So you could raise them up. I mean, hell, you want to raise them up, just go get yourself some free pallets, everybody. Throw down some fucking pallets. It'll give you a nice little 6-inch buffer of air there, and just throw your shit on there. It's good. You know, that's what I would do. Let's read here more things. I feel like I've maybe missed a lot of messages from people. Let's scroll up. Let's scroll up here. Oh, I feel you, Hooli, 100%. Okay. I don't think I missed too much. I feel like, though, too, that this is set on, like, top chat, not live chat, but I don't know how to change that on StreamYards. Because on YouTube, you can just switch it to live chat, which is letting everyone's messages. But, like, the more you participate, it seems to, like, selectively choose whose messages kind of come out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Ben Rugi says, I'm light. Do you mean you're lit? James Mercer says, what do you use for drainage with the 5-gallon buckets? Do you put perlite on the bottom, 2 inches? Was thinking of trying that. Typically, no, that's not what I do. I mean, I'll drill a bajillion holes, as you've seen in my videos. I'm a fan of using, you know, hell, you can use a lot of shit. You could Go to a dollar store, use a bunch of marbles and dump some marbles in the bottom. You can use river rock or stones or broken shards of ceramic pots, for example. You know, you can repurpose a lot of stuff for your drainage. Really, all you really wanted to do is to make sure that you're putting enough objects at the bottom to help guide, water as it's coming through that root ball, so then you're not having it sit there and it can actually pour out to allow the roots to breathe, and we're not going to increase this rotting bullshit nature of it sitting in a giant puddle of muddy water, and then it doesn't get oxygen, it begins to rot and it starts to hate its life, and it's just bad. Ben Rugi says, I go outdoor in bags all the time. It's easier to keep them away from the bugs if they're not on the ground. But other than that, it doesn't not matter. Also, direct contact with the ground will help them. All right. So we've got two different schools of thought. I mean, I personally don't mind it on dirt, but if it's on grass, I wouldn't do that. I'd lift it up on a pallet there. But Ben, would you say that part of why maybe hypothetically, okay, that the plant being on the ground when it's in a grow bag could be possibly good because it's kind of like it's at one with the energy of the planet? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how they say walk around in bare feet on the grass, it's good for you. Maybe it's good for the plant too. What do you think there, Ben? Do you have any input on that? Little Chewy Stewie, I don't even know what you mean, man. You grow some weed. I seen some of it. You ain't killing no plants. You growing your weed to this better. Technically, yeah, I guess we all are plant killers, actually. If you think about it, yeah, that's a very valid point, Pilgar. We all grow weed, and then we kill it, and we dry it, and we smoke it. we're just a bunch of plant killers. We're raising the plants to kill them and use them. Oh, my God, the vegans are going to be so mad at us. I'm sure some of you watching are vegans. It wasn't a stab at veganism. I'm just having fun. Mr. Dagger 1 says, someone help. Help what, my friend? Are you okay? What's going on? If you got a grow question, there's a lot of people here who actually, I just had an interesting thought. I wonder how many years of combined grow knowledge and experience, if we combine all the years of all of us watching right now, participating in the group chat, how many years between us would there be? There would be a lot, I could tell you that. That is true. I agree with you there in terms of the limestone there, Ben. What's up, WB growers? Hell yes. We got 4 years from Mud Swat. Hell yeah. High five to you too, man. All right. All right. So if we're playing the game of saying how long we've been growing, let me do math now. Like 22-ish years, give or take, on my hand here. Ben, how long you been growing? Gaz is how long you been growing? Boston Buzz, I know you've been growing for a while too. New comments. I'm missing comments now? Oh my God. Ooh, Jansen Dennis, Potsquatch chef. Would I choose Alberta beef or Texas beef? There's no comparison. Alberta beef is the best in the world. A good Alberta cow, man, it's some good fucking beef, I'll tell you that. But I mean, not to say that there ain't no good beef in Texas. I'm sure there's some great steaks in Texas. I've never been to Texas. I gotta go to Texas and eat some steaks. But I mean, I'm gonna go Alberta beef, at least currently, in terms of my chef brain. Aged Alberta beef. All right, so let's read here. We got some interesting things here. Mr. Dagger 1 says, my plants seem stunted. They're 1.5 months in and barely growing on the 7th node. Okay, so first I'm going to say, Mr. Dagger 1, what is the genetic? Do you know what the genetic is or where the source of the seeds? Is it a bag seed? Where did it come from? 1.5 months. I mean, 7. To be fair, I mean, what light are you using? How big is the pot? How much root area do we have, or available root medium area? I mean, I need some variables on that. Tell us a bit about your grow and we can give you some opinions on that, I think. Yes, this is true, Ben. Our Potsquatch papers are in fact vegan friendly. We do not use no horse glue on our papers. It's an Afghani gummy made out of a plant. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get any more of that shit because I refuse to do business with Afghanistan while the Taliban is running that shit. So it's like, we might have to change gears when we run out of the current supply of our papers. But don't worry, there are still many ready for sale and availability. What's up, Connor Adams? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome to the show. Mudswat. We keep plants hostage, force them to work, then we kill them. Oh, that's so brutal. Good thing they're plants. Hey, plants have feelings too. Haven't you seen all the new science where they're putting sensors and crap on plants, and plants are like controlling robotic arms with a machete? I literally saw one that did that. That was crazy. Plants have an energy. They have a soul, I guess. Plant souls, maybe. But I'm just being silly and playing around with the concept right now, let's be honest. But, it is rough when you think about it. It's like, we keep our weed plants growing. We love them their whole lives. We tell them we love them and all of this. Then one day we show up like some fucking, psycho and cut the fuckers down and we hang them up and we trim them up and dry them out, then trim them. Hell, most of us sometimes will do that in front of other ones that are still growing. We're like, yeah, that's what's coming for you. If you're not good, be a good plant. You better grow well. Maybe that's an argument for us to trim our plants in front of our plants. It's like, hey, you better grow good or else. So Ben Rugi says, so I've been gorilla. Oh, crap. I got to scroll up. There we go. Ben Rugi says, so I've been gorilla growing for like 5 years in an illegal state. And then I found out my daughter was coming, so I quit. Then I've probably been back at it for about 5 years now that I'm in a legal place. All right. So, roughly give or take 10-ish years. All right, Ben. Ben says, state, and I've always been a gardener. I like to produce anything I can, flowers and or food. That's true. And everybody, Ben also rears chickens. I've been watching them grow up. It's very cute. I want chickens. Make me some motherfucking eggs. 1 second here. Visible Farm says we turn them to dust. I feel like there's a first part to that message. Genetics are key. Key. I'm gonna go. Genetics are key. There we go. Stoner brain. I figured it out. Will new seeds fresh off a plant germinate? They can. It depends on how mature they are. So, for example, the natural life cycle of this seed within the weed titty in the false seed pod. Well, it's not only a false seed pod if it's sensible and it doesn't get knocked up. But anyway, the seed pod that's producing the seed, okay? When the seed is naturally matured on the plant, and if it actually develops to where it gets dark and hard and it begins to erupt out of that seed sac, okay? A seed that is at this state can germinate for sure freshly from that. It is better, in my opinion, to let your seeds sit for a while, cure up a bit, and then let them play. But, for example, I've seen weird pictures where this one time, this seed-filled bud had all of these seeds germinating while still in the bud. So it's like a bud with all these little germed out sprouts coming out of it. And it was like, wow. Those ladies were excited to be plants. They didn't even wait to be harvested. They just got at it. And just for clarification, at Dagger 1, Roman Reckless meant to say soil, not your soul. We're not going to go that deep on this one. We're not going to address psychic vibe energies yet on your grow. We'll just look at the basic variables. That one stuff said, they always said weed makes you crazy. Actually, that's kind of a newer thing, really. That was started with the war on drugs, really. I mean, before that, for thousands of years, cannabis was a pretty legit thing to us. Thank the war on drugs, All right, 1 second here. I'm just reading. Yeah, right. And I mean, Ben, I totally agree. This is back to the beef topic. Ben is referencing how, basically beef in Texas, because of the higher heat, doesn't put on fat in the same way as a Canadian beef. And Alberta is quite a cold place, ladies and gentlemen. Those cows over there, I mean, you go up to that udder during the winter, man. It's like, oh, that's some chilled milk right there. It's coming out chilled. But at the end of the day, that's part of why Alberta beef is so good. I mean, they have a huge diet during the summer of big open fields in a lot of places, good grass, okay? And then in the winter, it gets really fucking cold. Makes them taste better. Just like your wheat ditties. That's why Uncle Potsquatch always chills his wheat ditties, It makes it taste better. Dude, I agree, Felicia. The tunas that I've met over the years, the tuna kush, they're stinky. They're stinky wheat titty ladies, I tell you. Jansen Tennis. I heard cannabis growers are oil producers. Some of us do produce oils. This is true. Soul Price says, I grow bonsai trees in Canada. And I say that's dope. Go bonsai trees. Connor Adams says, been watching you for a while. I've learned a lot. Keep up the content. I appreciate you. Hey, man, thank you very much. I appreciate you too. Thank you for the love. I appreciate that. There's a lot of emoticons and other messages. I'm just trying to play catch up now. I did see a head of lettuce respond to another head of lettuce being chopped in half. Oh, no, that's true. I've seen that too. That's crazy, right? I'm lazy and stoned. Will somebody get up and go pee for me? That one stuff, if I could, I would, my friend. Soul Price is like, I'm already nuts, so it's fine. Okay, so Mr. Digger One has given us some information. 300 watts, started in 6-inch pots, transplanted to 5 gallons. All right, so 300 watts is not a huge light. If we're talking an HPS. So a 300 watt HPS, sufficient to a point. If we're talking LED, is it 300 watts of true LED? What type of lighting source are we talking? 5 gallon is a perfectly fine size pot to go in. In terms of the genetics themselves, like, I mean, if it was a random bag seed, maybe it's coming from some weird kind of shorter auto plant, and that could be what it is. But if it's not naturally flowering after the amount of time you've already had it going, it could just be the pheno in and of itself. Like sometimes you're just going to have plants that are tiny. Once in a blue moon, like, or on an unstable genetic, right? You get these phenos, they stay tiny, they get weird, or they're mutated, or they do a lot of weird things. So it could be that. If it's a few different plants, okay, different seeds, right? And they're all exhibiting the same kind of a trait. Again, it could be the genetic, but it could be also then a common variable that's freaking them all out too. Have you looked at your water source? Is it heavily chlorinated water? Does it have chloramine in it instead, which you can evaporate out? Is it a high hard water? Like, is it a high ppm on there? I mean, that could be part of it too. What soil are you using? Is it good dirt? You got some good dirt going on, or is it shitty dirt? If it's 300 watt HPS, that's going to be limited light, my humble 2 cents, So that could be part of the variable too. Remember, when we're growing indoors, ladies and gentlemen, season days, we're basically playing Mother Nature or God. Okay, we're emulating outdoors conditions, right? We have certain variables we're playing with, and we have the ability to control. Okay, so when we're thinking about issues within our grow and we're trying to assess, figuring out what the fuck is going on, basically running down this list of variables is a big thing. We look at our light source, we look at the dirt we're using or the medium we're using, we look at the temperatures, we look at the consistent temperature over a 24-hour period, we look at our light source, we look at our water source, we look at anything that would be a variable in terms of the outdoor self-regulating environment that is Mother Nature. Okay, we have now taken Mother Nature out of it almost entirely. And it's dependent on us in that environment to which variables do we tweak, what do we dial it in. So that's kind of what I call like dialing in your grow. Dial in the grow, right? So yeah. Oh shit, I'm falling behind again. See, I get lost on tangents. Roman Reckless says, I'm feeling that he doesn't have enough aeration, quite possibly, maybe staying wet and too soggy. That's quite possible. So basically, for example, Mr. Dega One, like when I'm planting my plants, I like to fluff my dirt. I know that sounds dirty, but I get the compressed sort of big, super, I think it's like 80 gallons or something like that, and like the big HP, press bricks, right? And it comes fairly compact. So I fluff that shit out. I'm like fluffing it as I put the dirt in. And I'm very conscientious to when I'm planning my plant, not getting it too compacted down to allow, space to that. So that's a definite valid point. Roman has pointed out it could be too compact in terms of your media or medium that you put into that bucket, maybe. 1 second here. No, I feel you, Felicia Casper, Skippy Limbie. And I mean, it's embarrassing too. Like, I know it's hard for us as content creators when we want to release our shit and things go wrong. I've always just shared when things happen, though, right? Don't be ashamed of it. It doesn't mean you're a bad grower. It doesn't mean you're not, worthy or valid. I mean, it doesn't matter how long you've been doing this or how good you are. Shit happens sometimes. Bugs happen. Fucking PM can happen. A bunch of shit can happen. Yes, you can be anal retentive and have the best methodologies and practices to try to protect your shit. You could totally do that. But at the same time, shit sometimes just happens. Gazzer says the best resins come off outdoor production, and you cannot do better than the sun. I don't think that we're better in terms of the efficiency of the par rating of the sun, but I don't know, man. This is Gazzer's and I's debate that we've always had. He's an outdoor guy. I'm an indoor guy. I think I get better resin indoors than outdoors, but that's just differences of opinion, my friends. Gazzers and I have always been having this debate. All right. Ganja down is 2 cents is maybe your environment is too dry. If your environment's too dry and you're not properly hydrating or super hydrating your plant's root medium, that could be also an issue. This is true. Jonathan Dennis says that's fun of growing shit happens. Now it is. Shit happens, man. Like fuck. Patrick says I'm a bi grower. Congratulations. I respect that, my friend. Power to you. Soul Price says need a shirt that says 2 more weeks. Dude, that would be a good shirt actually for us to release. That would be good. Maybe we will actually do that. I mean, only growers are gonna get it. Everyone's gonna be like, what the hell? But any of us growers that we see that, we're like, yeah, right. But it's true though. Every time I've over the years, like for the most part, like anyone who's been like, hey man, what do you think of my plant? Like, when do you think they're ready? And I was like, oh man, it's gonna be at least 2 more weeks. Mudswat says, I love my outdoor, but indoors is groovy. I think I need a better light though, and a taller tent. Well, more area and having enough photons present is an important thing for sure. You'd be astonished though what you can get away with, like a tiny little tent with a little light, and you give it some love. As long as there's a basic sort of what I'll call the critical mass requirement of photons to make the plant engage to a certain point, right? You'd be shocked at what you can do. Roman Reckless says lighting is the first thing that ups your game. Totally. I don't disagree at all, Roman. Buying a quality grow light that actually works, built out of good pots, reliable parts, is basically the key, truly, to being successful when you're learning to grow indoor cannabis. I mean, the light's the main thing. Let's be honest. There's a lot of other things you can bend or get away with or cut corners on, but having a decent grow light is important. You can even take kind of a shittier genetic and grow some decent fucking weed with a good grow light. You know what I'm saying? Give it some love, give it some proper care and shit. And that is a very valid point. So I totally agree with you, Roman, on that. 1 second here. I'm just reading what people are saying. So James Mercher, you can definitely use the cans. I mean, it's some would say, oh well, it's going to be leaching out of the aluminum into the world. I'm sure it's fine. I mean, as long as it hasn't been sitting for like 30 years or something, you should be good. I think you'll be fine. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Let's be fair. Let's not overthink it. I think you'll be all right. Smoky Tubani says midweek 7 of flower. When should one start the flushing phase? So Smoky Tubani, if you're using a salt-based nutrient and you're approaching with the flushing, typically for me, I like to spend 2 weeks on my flushing period, 2 weeks where I'm flushing it out nice and hard. So if it's like a 9 week strain, about 7 weeks is when we start to do this. I mean, if for example it's ready to be flushed now and you're a little bit behind, it's okay. I often these days will start my flush a little softer and then getting harder as we go into the end of week 1 into second week. So about around now, I mean, unless you're growing some sativa shit, they're gonna be like a 10, 11, 12, 13 week or something like that. Then you got lots of time left still. So it depends on terms of the genetic itself. One of the things that'll be an indicator is you can look at, the colors of your trikes obviously is the number one indicator, but you can also look for signs of actual ripening in terms of your flower, and that's going to be different color changes that you're going to witness in terms of that bud and other things as such. The natural fade, natural leaching of nutrition within and of itself, thing like so. These are some of the things we're going to be watching on that shit, and we're going to use that to help gauge when the fuck do we start flushing, because we know we want to try to spend 2 week period flushing that shit out, getting that salt out of that fucking dirt. You know what I'm saying? So soul price, HPS, using it for extra heat. I mean, you can. It's an expensive way to do that. I would say you're probably better off just getting a space heater, but you could. Ben Rugi says, the French say, for the very best wine, you must abuse the grape. There's something to be said about the error, that outdoor, that every season is going to yield a different plant outdoor. That's what. Yeah, no, I feel you, Ben. And I mean, that's part of why I torture my plants when I grow them early on. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm quite hard on my plants. Like, people look at what I do to my young plants and they're like, whoa, you're a fucking psychopath. And I'm like, yeah, if they survive, it's going to make them better. That's why I don't ease up on my plants. I'll go rocking it hard. Roman Reckless is like, I'm trimming, but I'm smoking too. Hell yeah. Roman Reckless, I know. I like my salt-based nutrients. Don't knock it. They're good. I like salt. I like my salty nutrients. Not to say that I'm against organic anything. I mean, I love that too. I mean, it's just, I don't knock the salt-based nutrition as much as others do. I mean, you got to be careful. Like certain salt-based nutrient companies are going to have like heavy metals and stuff like that. So be wary of where you're buying from if you're going to use a bottled salt-based nutritional system. My personal favorite, obviously, is the Green Planet world. I like the Green Planet products. I'm a big fan of those. I got a lot of friends though who like advanced nutrients. Some people I know like Remo. Most people don't. I mean, let's be honest, it's too hot and it's not great. Green Planet or Advanced Nutrients are better options in my humble 2 cents. But no offense, Remo. Much love, buddy. It's not about that. It's just I got to be honest about what I think and what I've experienced in terms of using these nutrition-based systems. Ben goes, there's weed growing in my compost where I threw the trim after I made hash. Dude, that's awesome. I dig that. Must have had some seeds floating around in there. I remember that one time that Mikey threw away all of those premature seeds he had, and then he threw them into his compost. And then he goes out there one day and he opens it up. There's like 300 or 400 fucking sprouts just sitting there, man. It was crazy. Oh, man. Hey, no worries, Smokey Tubani. All good, my friend. Slayer 420. It's like, I abuse my plants, but it's all out of love. That's right. You're just giving them a spank. It's good. Let's see here. James Mercer says usually around weeks 7 and 8, the buds increase in thickness, get nice and plump. But if I'm flushing during those weeks, am I missing out? I use nectar for the gods. No, typically not. Remember, James Mercer, to have a nice finish. And what I like to do is on those last 2 weeks, you got to remember there's plenty of stored nutrition in the rest of the plant's tissues and your fan leaves and all that other stuff, right? So when it's doing that final push, it's going to utilize and start leaching out. That's what that natural fade on your fan leaves is coming from, okay? So it's pulling off its natural stores of nutrition and it's plumpeting, okay? It's plumpeting on its own accord. You don't want to force feed it stuff. Let it do its natural thing with what it's got in its reserves, okay? So I'm going to vote no on that. I'm going to say you're good. Let's see here. Boston Bucks, don't hate the product, hate the grower. Unless it's Miracle Grow. No, I'm just teasing. Let's see here. I'm just reading everybody. Jansen Dennis says straight up Pro Mix and got green products and a little bloom booster week 4 to 6, then straight water. That's Jansen's style. That's what Jansen like. I say hell yeah. If you're into that, go for it, baby. Soul Price. Ben, you can post pics and small shorts in Discord. Oh, there we go. Gas 76 says organic is the best way to feed your plants. I mean, it's the most natural way for sure. I would say a truly dialed in organic system that's well sourced for sure makes an amazing feed. I don't disagree with that. I would say to truly dial in organics properly is trickier than people think. That's where, especially for newer growers, especially using like a salt-based system, is going to be a little bit more forgiving for them to address basic needs and requirements in the plant to be more successful and begin to learn. But again, yeah, organic, yeah, is but like I personally would put my salt-based shit up against any of the organic shit I've tried. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I've never seen organic weed that I'm going like, oh yeah, this is so much better than the shit I'm growing. No, I don't actually. I mean, but that's my opinion, right? Everybody has their own opinion. Remember that. Everyone's allowed to have their own opinion. We can all get along and be a family, have different opinion. I mean, there's 1,001 highways to the same destination, and that's called, wonderful weed titties, right? And everyone's got their own style. That's part of it. Catch you reloading 2 days of light or darkness. If you're talking about doing a period of extended period at the end, I go darkness. I'm not going to go 24 hours of light. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give them 24 hours of darkness. I'm a big fan of the 48. And I like to super chill my plants when I'm giving them the 48 hours of darkness period on that harvest window. WB growers, to use molasses or not to use. I say molasses is great in early vegetation and early flower. By mid flower, you want to cut that molasses out because all you're going to taste is molasses in your weed. So it is a great thing to use, but you got to remember, take that molasses out of the equation kind of near the end because you don't, that's all you're going to taste, in my humble 2 cents. So I agree. JTM Crash, there's pros and cons to both. 100%. I fully agree with you. Sorry, everybody, I'm reading now. Yes, WB growers, molasses is still a good thing to use, even if you're using a synthetic-based nutrient. Oh, I don't totally, Roman. Like, I mean, going with an organic base is a much trickier way to go. And that's where, like, a lot of newer growers who are just learning, I encourage you to maybe not go that route at first, because it's going to lead you to kind of getting crestfallen and feeling defeated and beating up on yourself about, not killing it. And I think the most beneficial thing for any grower when they're starting out is to have some really successful grows. If you do a decent job the first couple times you grow weed, and like you're smoking this weed and you're like, oh my God, did I grow this? Like, this is amazing. I think that's one of the most beneficial things for you to build your confidence and to feel good about what you're doing. And then, when you get the grower bug, you get bitten by it, you love it, you get into it, and then go fuck around with some of the harder shit and begin to learn, because you can be successful doing certain things. So then if you're not successful when you try something that's a little bit harder, then you don't beat yourself up too much. You know what I'm saying? Do you mean their nutrient system? I mean, I've always found Fox Farm newts fairly hot. I mean, I'm not newts. Fox Farm soil, very hot. I'm not a fan of their dirt. It's too hot. It's just too hot. It burns the little babies. So I've never been a fan of Fox Farms. Just I just don't find it a conducive soil to my plants. They struggle with it, in my humble 2 cents. Now, mind you, if you cut it with something else, I mean, that's not too bad. So, all right. So the Ugly Farmer says, push them ladies and don't let up. Treat them like they owe you money. It'll pay off in the end. I mean, I'm pretty hard on my plans too. The Ugly Farmer. I feel you, my friend. I feel you. Roman Reckless says, successful grows under the belt is definitely key. Yeah, right. I mean, feeling good about it, getting excited, feeling positive about what you're doing. I mean, it's going to be a beneficial thing. In fact, so you can go try all these new crazy harder things and explore, and then it's just fun. Hookster Graham says cocoa coir is not sustainable. I mean, if you're talking about the actual production of cocoa coir and coconut, yeah, you're probably not wrong on that. I also would say using it straight on its own, I'm not a fan of either. I say it's a great thing to utilize as a cut into your dirt, a cut into your soil. It's a great thing to mix in, but a little dab will do you. Sarah Coppin likes Happy Frog. I really like. I mean, I always found it a little hot, but then again, though, maybe I'm just biased and I love Pro Mix too much. But like, did you ever experience that it was a bit hot on your plants, Sarah, or was it good? I mean, it wasn't too bad. The little baby roots, were they okay? Did the plant exhibit any like burns or weird marks on the foliage? Strawberry fields, another great flowering soil. Just add perlite. All right, never heard of it, James. But that sounds. I mean, it's a nice name to begin with. I mean, I've never checked that one out. Yeah, I got a lot of friends who are into Gaia Green. I'm pretty sure O'Shea's really into Gaia Green, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, I can't even speak to the price of Fox Farm right now. I don't think I've checked Fox Farms in a while. Yeah, bro. I feel you, Patrick. You're speaking my language now. Pro Mix and Green Planet. All right. You're speaking my language. Whoa. Okay. You guys all saw that, right? That's a phone that's just stationary pointing into the grow tent. Did a ghost just like flip it or some shit? That's weird. Kind of want to go check now. You all saw that though, right? What the fuck just happened? That's so weird. It totally like flipped on its own. Pola Berlinski. Yes. You're in a show where almost everyone here is very aware of that. Oh, and now the camera turned itself off. How strange. Well, the crop cam died. Something's going on in my bedroom. That's weird. I don't know. Ghost action. It's like, no, fuck this. We're turning it off. I don't know, man. It was full battery, and I normally can do like a 2-hour show, and it only eats about 20-25% of the battery. So I don't think it would have killed the battery. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, so Sarah Coppin, I mean, Pro Mix makes a lot of products. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Pro Mix HP. That's kind of my happy place. It's very, very popular and very, very commonly used here in British Columbia, Canada. Yes, I have High Goals 420. I have used the Pro Mix organic products. I've used their all-purpose non-organic. I've used most of their products. Sorry, I'm just reading it, buddy. No, man, the cat's asleep in the chair, bro. The cat hasn't moved the whole damn show. Soul Price says you're at the 101st minute. All right. Nice. Hookstergram. Casper strain makes you ghost every time. I like it. I like it, man. Ben Rugi goes, I can grow you some beautiful organic outdoor inside, synthetic all the way. I can't make organic work. Organic is trickier on the indoors. That's for sure. I would definitely agree with that statement for sure. WB Grower says, what you popping for the next run? Potsquatch. I'm going to be popping our own shit, man. We're going to be doing that Galactic Citrus Shiva. That's the blending of the alien rift, meaning that orange Hindu Kush world that we did. And we're going to be keeping it sexy by rocking some Galactic Citrus Shiva on the next run. Oh, Roman, I believe you, man. It's definitely a learning curve for show. Well, I guess, everybody. I mean, it's been a good show. I mean, I kind of want to keep going, but I mean, it's been a good show. Yeah, we don't need to overwhelm you with too much Potsquatch now. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning into the show today. Thank you for being so supportive, all of you. And a big shout out to a lot of the old Potsquatches who showed up in the show. Return of the Mac, welcome back. Gregory Allen Reed, great to see you. It was so good to have Gads in the show, and Texas Squatch, and Ben, and just like all these old school people, Ganjanani, your mama, Felicia, little Stewie, man. You know, we're all here. We're back being a family. It's so wonderful. It was so joyous to have you all on the show today. And you know, let's keep it real. Let's keep it sexy, man. Let's get it growing harder than we ever have before in our community. You know, next grow, we're going to do that Galactic Citrus Shiva. We're going to keep it real. We're going to have those beans available in the store for sale very, very soon. And that's going to be available for you, I'm hoping, in a week or two. It's basically a function of just being able to afford to order the labels. All right. All right. But my friends, my family, check out potsquatchsales.com. That's where you're going to buy all that shit. Hats, t-shirts, grinders, papers, CBDs, and beans. All right, and more shit to come. Check out the Potsquatch Growers community on Facebook. It's a group where we can all hang out and talk and chat and be. If you're not on the Facebook, we do have a Discord. Soul Price, if he's still there, is going to share that in the chat for you right now. He's also shared it earlier on in the chat if you need to go back and find it. We're also on Instagram. Check that out if you want. We're on TikTok. I only just make stupid random videos on the TikTok typically, but you know, it's entertaining, at least to me. But anyway, everybody, thank you for tuning in. It's been a wonderful show. I've genuinely enjoyed all of this shit. Josh, you feed so hard that you need a blank or a nerd soil. That's why you can't use anything that has juice to it. Potentially. I mean, you know, but at the same time, I don't know, man. I just think it's hot. Like Fox Farm, just too hot, man. But I do. You're not wrong. I do like to feed hard and ride my plants hard. That's true. But anyway, my friends, remember, the true grower is the forever student. The true grower is not afraid to take risks. The true grower makes educated, stupid decisions. Love yourselves. Love each other. We'll see you next time. And also, big thank you to Texas Squatch there for coming into the show today. Thank you for coming to the show, Mikey. We love you. Thanks for coming on. If any of you at home wants to come on the show, let me know. We'll have a bunch of you on. Anyway, we'll talk to you next time. Keep it real. Keep it Potsquatch. I'll see you next time.